My name is Jonathan Hargreaves, and for today's TRN Taster, I'd like to introduce you to Bruce Tuckman's Theory. Written in 1965, Bruce Tuckman talked about group development. His theory was based on 5 stages, the first 4 being the most popular. Its forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning model resonates with me because of its rhyming tone. I do like it because it's very informative of how a group may need to go through different stages in order to become a performing group. Let's have a look at those stages in greater detail. The forming stage. This is the first stage, and maybe I could liken it to your first day at a new job or a first day at school. In this phase, most group members are overly polite and still extremely excited about what their future may hold. Since the group dynamics and team roles aren't established, the team leader will often take charge to direct the individual members. During this stage, new members may discuss goals, ground rules, individual roles, but since this stage of the development prioritizes people over actual work, it's unlikely the team will be highly performing at this stage. The storming stage. This is like when you reach that point, maybe with a new friend, where you begin to notice small issues, problems that get on your nerves. For teams, the conflict often arises due to clashing work styles between team members. Some people may start to even doubt the team's goals discussed in the earlier stage and will stop performing their necessary jobs together. This has a negative and stressful effect on those who wish to keep up with their hard work, since pre-established grouped processes no longer function properly. Some project teams think they can skip this stage. It's better to acknowledge conflicts now and work them out rather than avoiding them until they explode. This is when the manager needs to take a strong hold, set KPIs, key performance indicators, set one-to-ones, group activities, itemize work, the quality of work, control. The manager at this stage needs to take firm control because conflict is the order of the day. The norming stage. This is the norming phase. This is when the team has now accepted its responsibilities and moves past their previous quarrels and begins to recognize and value their teammates' strengths. Where we once thought people didn't know their job role, we weren't too sure about them, we had very negative thoughts. Now we start to think that maybe they're not as bad as I thought. People have begun to bond, people have familiarized themselves with each other. Teammates feel comfortable giving each other constructive feedback as they work towards accomplishing new tasks. Since these new tasks often come with a high degree of difficulty, it's not uncommon for groups to regress back into the storming stage. And even if a group slides back into the old ways, new members' decision-making skills will make conflicts easier to resolve than they were in that initial storming phase. So once we've overcome that initial bonding, that storming conflict stage, and we've now begun to accept each other, we can now move on to the performing stage. The performing stage is the happiest of all the stages of development. In this stage, your team performance is at an all-time high. This high performance level means all team members are self-sufficient and confident enough in their own problem-solving skills that they can now function without oversight from the leader. The leader can now step back because everybody is on their game. Everyone is working like a well-oiled machine, free of conflict and moving in sync towards that same common end goal. We now pass on to the adjourning stage. This is the lesser known of Tuckman's Theory. This is the stage when tasks have been accomplished, the end goal has been achieved, and as I said earlier, is sometimes known as the morning stage. We now fed back, put things into place, tasks have been accomplished, KPIs have been achieved. We've now set the bar as high as we can take it. The group is over. People now start to move on, move job roles, take different responsibilities, and it is a sense of sadness that they have overcome so many hurdles, so many boundaries, that there is an air of sadness, although one of achievement. That was Bruce Tuckman's Theory. I hope you've enjoyed it. This ends today's TRN Taster, and I hope to see you all soon.